Freedom!
Welcome to the Resilient Gentleman Podcast with your hosts, Douglas Berger and Christopher Payton. This show is all about forging unbreakable men on a path to greatness. Welcome to the show.
Well, it's one of my favorite movies was Braveheart.
That's right.
And I think that's one of the best parts of that movie is when
It is.
Mel Gibson cries out freedom.
It is impactful.
We're coming into the 4th of July weekend. You're joining us, the Resilient Gentleman, Douglas Berger, and I, Chris Payton, for another
amazing special holiday special episode.
Holiday special. If you guys aren't subscribing yet, do me a favor. Subscribe on YouTube or on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the show. And then follow us on Facebook or TikTok. We post some of the content in short form so that you can join us there. We're trying to kind of build a community around this show. And if you are up for that, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, please reach out, engage. Let's chat.
For sure.
Let's get involved.
Freedom. 4th of July, Independence Day.
Yeah.
250th birthday, anniversary.
You're right. Same thing.
Of our independence.
It's amazing, actually. I'm actually really glad that this episode's airing in alignment with the 4th of July weekend, because it's a great topic. Just because freedom, just like you said, with the Braveheart slogan, right? Yeah. From William Wallace in Scotland in 1300, whatever it was. But yeah, I mean, that was our founding fathers' idea too. They risked everything. So now that we just bask in that glory, we're born with it, with that freedom. But the amount of risk that they took, I mean, they risked everything.
For sure.
I mean, lives, livelihood, family, and everything else to go out on a limb to create a country off an idea. Mm-hmm. It's pretty powerful. So it makes you kind of sit back going, all right, so am I living up to that to that opportunity? Not necessarily expectation or like this demand on yourself. Am I really but I mean, do we realize it on an annual basis how lucky we truly are to be in this amazing country with these opportunities that we have here? Yeah. So we're truly blessed, and we should be happy for it and not just celebrate it once a year, but with some hot dogs and fireworks, but with our lives.
Yeah. And so that is a great point. I mean, I think so often it is like, oh, it's another day off, or it's, another holiday that we kind of, graze past. But you're exactly right. I mean, and not just, let's not just think about those 250 years ago, but, we still got guys and gals fighting for us every day to maintain that. So celebrating that, but living up to it for sure is an important factor.
Yeah, so we can do episodes on Labor Day and Memorial Day too.
Yeah, exactly.
Put the proper respect out there. But yeah, independence. I mean, if it wasn't for this day that happened 250 years ago, who knows where we'd be, if we'd even be here at all. But
that's right.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Well, so it gives also some of the, obviously there's a Constitution, there's a Bill of Rights, there's all the documents that we love because they provide us some of the freedoms, but also some of the protections, also some of the restrictions of what we do and can't do. But
correct,
we get to exercise a pretty cool one of the amendments on here, the first one, freedom of speech.
That's right.
And we get to talk and, talk to people all across the world, really.
That's true.
And
that's a good point.
All 7 of them, but it's, that's growing, right?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it is a pretty cool factor that we have the opportunity. There's areas around the country or around the world, that don't have the ability to just, walk in to spread the positive in their community and jump on a podcast and talk about whatever they want to talk about. The government restricts a lot of that and controls their speech and what they're allowed to say.
Censorship and all the above. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look what you just experienced. I mean, you just flew in and out of the country.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing. That's a great benefit to have for being American and, walk across state lines and, go to Canada or Mexico or whatever and just travel freely. But yeah, the freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, all the above, right?
Sure.
Those are very important rights that we have. And those are part of this reason why we have freedom.
That's right.
Right. Especially the amendment too.
Well, so you had mentioned as well, and I love the idea of diving into this, getting into some of the freedoms we have, not just because of our freedom to exist in the United States, but like, you had mentioned financial freedom, or you had mentioned freedom from, and maybe I'm expounding on it, but freedom from addictions, or freedom from struggles and stress and trials and things like that. So, kind of give me a little bit of what you're thinking with that, because I'd, love to chat through some of that.
Yeah. I mean, financial freedom's key.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's probably one of the strongest barriers that we have.
What
in
is
our
that
life.
Exactly?
I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out.
All right, cool. I was wondering if you were going to be
however, as you scale, you get a little bit more financial freedom.
Yeah.
You do get to explore more or do more things or whatever, but then, not everything you do for growth or for happiness, all that has to be money motivated or the use of money. I mean, look at the Declaration of Independence. Wasn't the main term, like in pursuit of happiness?
Yeah.
right? That falls right along with my mantra.
Yeah. Well, and so that also, I mean, you just said that, financial freedom is not necessarily the be all end all to happiness. Physical freedom, right? I mean,
absolutely.
If you don't have your health, if you don't have your physical fitness, you're free from.
That's a good point. So that adds to the list of part of the things that we probably get enabled or take for granted a little bit, like the freedom aspect. But then, when we're young, it's very hard to not, or it's very easy to not to work out or eat right and all that, because you're still young. You don't really feel it. So that's a challenge too, to start that discipline early, because everything you do in those early stages, 20s, 30s, 40s, or whatever, are going to affect you down the road. Yeah. When you are 60, 70, 80 years old.
For sure.
That one workout you did at 5 o'clock in the morning when you're 26 years old is going to have an effect on you 20, 30 years ago or later.
From now, yeah.
Yeah, it's just very hard to visualize that, but it's important.
We talked a little bit about that last week, about like, if you're in your 40s or your 50s, are you too far from being able to do something business-wise? And that was really what we were talking about. But, I mean, arguably, yes, if you got fit in your 20s and stay fit, that's a better scenario. You stay fit from your 30s, better than starting in your 40s, better than starting in your 50s, but you're not over the cliff. We see it all the time.
And it's easier to maintain than it is to get somewhere.
Yeah.
So once you reach that part, then, you can probably back off the gas a little bit, and it's a little easier to maintain. Like once you've reached a financial milestone in your life or your career, once you get to a certain level, it's always a lot easier to get back to that level again. And then it's the challenge to get to the next step.
It's interesting.
I mean, think about the budgets that we had when we were a kid. I remember thinking when I first got married, had young kids, I think if I made like $2 or $3 grand a month or something like that, it'd pay all of our bills.
Right.
Only God, I wish I could go back to that. It's a lot different.
There are days that I wonder how to get back to that, And,
exactly.
And
that
are you supposed to be
serious discipline?
Yeah.
Man, I look at my spreadsheet and my budget and all that, man, that would be nice too, but that's literally impossible.
A fuel bill as big as yours. Half of your vehicles are electric.
That's why one vehicle's electric.
Freedom to drive what you want. But
America.
So how
it does have an American flag on the side of it.
How do we exercise our freedom as men? Like how do we maximize that?
I think through growth, one thing. So the better you get at anything, the more you grow in a multitude of aspects of your life, gives you more freedom, gives you more choices. Yeah. So the better educated you are, you have more choices. Okay. So if you say you don't graduate high school, right, or to get this job, you got to get a GED or high school diploma. You see every one of those little steps that you didn't take, whatever, is giving somebody else more control over your life than you, because they're telling you, you got to have this, 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 and this for us to give you this. right? So as long as we're growing and we get past those demands or needs to accomplish something, then great, you have a better chance. And then more importantly, the freedom part of it, like going back to being a business owner. So you definitely don't work less being a business owner. Well, you shouldn't. It's probably overall more hours, but you have more flexibility and control of your own time and control of your own destiny. You are your own destiny when it comes to being self-employed.
No question. Yeah.
So I think that's imperative when you look at that. So then at that point, it's all on you. You don't have to worry about this one and this one and this one determining your future. It's all on you.
Okay. So I'm going to get a little bit philosophical / not conspiracy theorist, but almost a tinfoil hat. But is the construct of needing the high school degree, the college degree, the master's, the bachelor, the doctorate, and going through all that process to be free, is that just to get a job that pays some of the bills to keep us in a house that's owned by someone else, or maybe we own it, but it's deeded to the bank, but
that's a great point. Okay. So technically you don't need a high school degree. You don't need a diploma or degree and all that to be successful. Right. We've talked about that before. However, if there are certain paths that you want to go down, if you want to be a lawyer, if you want to be a doctor, if that's the end goal, then school's a necessity. You have to go through those steps to get there. Of course.
And I want my doctor to have gone through schooling.
Yes,
I determined that's a better thing. But I guess my point is that, we're talking about freedom, but it's really, the path feels like it's got a lot of rails along it
still does.
To keep you on a track.
Like you can honestly say, are we really free too?
Right.
I mean, can we absolutely do what we really want to do all the time?
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah, I heard a story about a gentleman that was looking for a vehicle. If you don't know, I'm in the car business. But he's looking for a truck. He's looking for a truck, and he had no interest in anything later than 2020 because, 2024, because when you touch the screen, it took your fingerprints. Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's his concern.
That's definitely a modern day concern.
My secondary question is, what kind of phone do you have?
Right. Everything's tracked.
Everything's tracked. I mean, you just mentioned we went over to Italy. I don't know how many cameras I saw throughout every airport, throughout every city street, we're being biometrically tracked.
Yes.
Everywhere we go, everything we do, everything we touched. Right, I mentioned before we started how late we were getting to our gate. They knew we were in the airport.
Yeah.
Right? They're tracking every move we make. So at the end of the day, how free are we actually?
When it comes to data tracking, we're not.
Okay.
You'd have to live off the grid.
Yeah.
Literally.
They
to
know
have your
exactly
best source of absolute freedom in the mountains in Alaska or something with no phone.
And even then, really? Are you? I mean, they probably have a pretty good idea where you're at, right?
Oh,
and then you're confined to
whatever piece of property you own
off
or
the
something
coast.
like that. Right.
Yeah. So, it is interesting to think about it from that perspective. It's like the choices we make to live in this country. I mean, because it is still a choice, right? We could go live somewhere else technically, but it's like, do we... those freedoms are actually kind of, those guardrails are nice to have as well, right? Because it does put the parameters on the government as well and what they're allowed to do or not do.
I wish there was a little bit more parameters for the government.
Sure.
But there's got to be law and order and everything else. So, I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt and what the true definition of all of it. But the grand majority of it, we still have most, if not the majority of our decisions that we're able to make for ourselves.
For sure. Well, now, so, all right. You mentioned at the start of the show that you feel like we should maybe focus more, call it celebrate more, acknowledge more Independence Day and what that actually means. Do you feel like you do an adequate job of that? I'm kind of putting you on the spot and kind of trying.
No, and honestly, I'm glad you kind of did, because I probably don't. I think about it. I mean, I definitely think, not like I wake up and think about it on a daily basis, but when 4th of July does come around, I do ponder on it for a few minutes of what it really meant, and just kind of try to have some empathy of how we are here, or how we became the country that we are.
You know, I mean, you think about that, because...
And I'm a history buff too, so... Did
not know that about you.
So, yeah, one of my degrees that I did not finish getting in college was history. Got it. History and business.
Okay. So you'll probably know more of this, but, you know, I want to kind of go down this little bit of a path of, like, let's do some considering of what that was like. And... You know, there's 3 of us in this room right now. We've got Trent on the board and
6.5 listeners.
Yes. I don't know who the half is. But there were, you know, and you may know the answer to this, but how many people signed
55.
The original
55.
Declaration of Independence? 55.
And Thomas Jefferson wrote it, and he was only 33 years old.
So you're helping me.
I wasn't doing that at 33.
You're helping me with this whole thought process.
I'm walking right into it.
Yeah, this is great. So 55 guys, 33 years old, maybe some of them a few years older than that. They like their wigs, so we're really not sure, right? I think they're old, whatever. But 55 guys go get together and decide they're going to be a country.
Yeah.
And they're going to withdraw from England and its
oppression and taxes.
And I mean, do you know 52 other dudes that we could get in a room together to agree on something?
And to put their life on the line?
Be pretty tough.
Especially nowadays.
If I asked the 3 of us to sign off on
let's go
getting
start a
dinner
country
together, we'd have a tough time agreeing on the same spot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's amazing to think that without social media, without communication, cell phones and all that, right? Yeah. I mean, literally a horse and rider sending communication to each other.
It is amazing, though, how Americans do unite when moments of tragedy, unfortunately, is a good example when it happens, when everybody will get together for the common good. However, we are definitely combative and split across the country in many different ways, which could be a struggle to get anybody to agree on a future path.
And, you know, and I'm not suggesting in any way that, you know, we make these giant changes or anything, but what I am saying is it is a pretty powerful scenario that we don't acknowledge in its fullest. Yeah. We celebrate the fireworks and we celebrate the off time and, like you said, the hot dogs and hamburgers, but are we really taking into consideration what it meant 250 years ago?
Yeah, it'd be nice to shed a little bit more light on that. And this year is probably going to be
so tell us about it.
Pretty big year.
If you're a history buff, did you pulled out off your scorecard the 55 number and 33? Like, tell us some of the stuff, or maybe if you have any of the stats of that period of time. Like, what did that look like?
No, I mean, I don't know too much of it. I never studied the American Revolution just from years of osmosis, I guess. I studied more like Civil War and antebellum and all that in college than I did for Revolutionary.
So Civil War would have been 1887?
1862 to 1866. Was it 4 or 6 or 5 years?
Must have. Okay, so the Civil War was North and South.
Yep.
Okay.
Because two sides couldn't agree.
Because two sides couldn't agree. All right, I'm going to back us. Yeah, not much has changed. We're just
repeating history. It's just all technology now.
Apple and Android, right? I think that's about as deafening a argument as any.
I mean, there are some powerful stats from the Revolution when they signed the Declaration of Independence, and how some of the families of the people, not only the people that did sign, but then some of the family members, the people that signed, were in prison. They were beaten.
Wow.
You know, I'm not sure if any were directly killed or whatever, but people definitely died from it because they were imprisoned. And then through the years of the war, then when they were finally released, they were in too bad of health or whatever. So they ended up passing relatively quickly after that.
And take me back. I mean, I probably haven't studied it since high school, right? But we get here as pilgrims in 1620, right? It was a Plymouth arrival, I think. And so 157 years later is the Revolutionary War. That's a lifetime, too.
Yeah.
So 156 years, I guess, 1776, right? So, I mean, that's 4 or 5 lifetimes, really, right? Generations.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy when you think about that, how much time went when they thought they were leaving the oppression, and England's like, bigger, faster boats, we'll be over there.
And what was the first settlement was like Jamestown or something, right?
That's right.
And then, God, just imagine how difficult that was. Think of risk taking there. Oh yeah, let's just go over to this place.
Jump on a boat.
On a boat. It's going to take us months to get there, right? Yeah. And we have no idea what's going to happen. You don't know who's there or what's there. It's like, man, you're talking about jumping out on a limb.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy. I just was complaining about the long day of travel back.
Because you flew halfway across the world.
And it's like months and months of travel. Nonetheless, all right.
And then, we get into the details about ship travel back then, too.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Insane. Well,
a little different life back then.
It is cool. We are coming up on the 250th anniversary birthday of America.
Yeah. It's awesome.
What are you doing this weekend to celebrate? Tell me about the hot dogs and fireworks.
Well, so it's my wife's birthday is July 4th.
That's very cool.
So we have 2 birthdays to celebrate.
So let me ask this: and I know she was born in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
Is she a United States citizen?
So Puerto Ricans are born citizens.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah, they are. Is it considered a province?
They are a Commonwealth.
Commonwealth. Okay.
Right. And now, if they're still in Puerto Rico, they don't vote or anything like that. However, when they move to the States, they vote. They can vote.
Okay.
But as they're residents in Puerto Rico, they don't vote, but they're still Americans.
Okay.
Yep. That's cool. Actually a piece of knowledge that not everybody understands.
I absolutely would not have.
If you ever had a chance to go to Puerto Rico, go. It's super easy. Like you just use you don't need a passport, birth certificate or anything. You just your driver's license and because their biggest commerce is essentially American tourism. Over there, it's a pretty safe place to go too. I mean, there's some places you want to avoid, but it's a good
there's places
travel.
you want to avoid in Murfreesboro.
Exactly.
I mean, let's just be real.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Right. But
okay.
So this weekend we're because we just had friends over last weekend. We traveled a few weeks. The wife and I are just going to spend the weekend alone out in the mountains this weekend.
Yep. Very cool.
So we're going to just have maybe she'll get spoiled with like a massage and something else like that or whatever. Well, I'm probably working on the laptop, but I like to pamper a little bit for her birthday.
That's very cool. Excellent.
And then I celebrate America's birthday later.
So what, and you don't have to give exact locations for your safety and security, but where are you, what mountains?
It's just past Center Hill Lake.
Okay.
So it's about an hour drive away.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Just east of the lake over there. Nice little resort area. It's pretty cool. I'll tell you guys about it off air.
Yeah. So, and then do you know, are there fireworks and stuff going on Saturday?
So they have a American barbecue, like Independence Day barbecue, whatever, on the property with all the guests and everything there. Yeah.
Very nice.
So there'll be some festive activities there as well.
Cool.
Yeah, they have hiking, waterfall. They do, it's also a retreat, and you can get into yoga and massages and other things too
that's cool.
For the self-care, so to speak. But it's just we're going to try to detach for a couple of days, because one thing I do like about the holidays, and you can enjoy the independence, is work definitely slows down.
For sure.
So I'm sure Murfreesboro will be shut down Friday. And then you don't really have to worry about the phone ringing on Saturday. Luckily, the 4th of July is on Saturday.
Yeah.
So it's one of those weekends. It's good to get away. It's almost kind of like Christmas too. Like I always tend to plan vacations around those times, just because everything's slower. You don't have to worry about those demands, because it's really hard to travel when your phone's blowing up for work.
Yeah, there's no question.
Speaking of not having freedom.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I definitely appreciate you bringing this to the table. This weekend is a huge milestone in the country, and
yeah, we should be very
celebrating
proud of
our
where we
freedoms.
are. Yeah.
So,
oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, when you start to think of some of the empires and some of the world powers of age, you know, that had runs of hundreds or 1,000 years or something, you know.
Yeah, over 250 years old. It's still very young on the scale.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the Romans made it 1,000 years, I think, total. I don't think they were an empire for 1,000 years, maybe for a few hundred years, but still 1,000 years. I mean, that's
for sure
crazy.
Well, awesome. Like I said in the beginning, if you are not following us on Facebook, please do hit the follow button, hit the like button. Drop us a review if you like some of our episodes. You can review it on YouTube or on Spotify. It's helpful in getting the audience to grow, and that keeps us motivated and excited to get in here and shoot these. So if you are not yet following, hit that button. We appreciate that. We'll be back next week. It kind of ties in a little bit to the idea of
freedom, are you taking
but
advantages of your opportunities, and also what's your legacy?
Yeah,
what are you doing with it?
Oof.
I'm
excited about that topic.
Yeah, I got a good tagline for that one.
Sweet.
Stay tuned.
Thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the follows, and the views are climbing every week, so we really appreciate it, and the engagement from everybody. The positive words we get out in the public. Thank you. Keep them coming. Maybe Chris can pull something out of the mailbag next episode.
That sounds good.
I always enjoy that part.
Awesome. I'm Chris. That's Douglas. We'll see you next time.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Resilient Gentleman podcast. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and of course, please leave us a 5-star review. We will see you on the next one.